Hi, it is Monday. It's like dinner time, so I'm about to have to start cooking. And I have had the most amazing experience today. I just need to share it and put it out there, and maybe this will speak to somebody else. This is the cord to my ring light that broke, and I tried to fix it. And it didn't fix. So, gotta figure out that one. Or I'll probably have my husband do it when he gets home. He knows what he's doing. Anyways, okay, so I told you guys about how I took the kids to dinner and somebody paid for our dinner, and I was just shocked because nothing like that has ever happened to me before. And yeah, yesterday I had a flat tire, right? So I changed my first tire ever, went to church, and then after church, I looked at the baby and she was just turning colors. It was so hot in that car because we didn't have any air conditioning. So I was like, okay, I need to figure out getting the donut off my car, and I need to figure out the air conditioning. But right now the air conditioning is the priority because I'm about to have to drive 30 minutes back home, and the baby is going to have a heat stroke. I mean, it was not good. So I said, I don't care if it leaks out. I'm going to go to O'Reilly's and get me some Freon. So I did. And when I went to put the Freon in, it all just leaked out. Like, it was just bubbling up at the top. So I was Googling these places that were open, see if anybody could help me fix it. And there was one place open called Gus Tire and Mechanic in Clinton, Oklahoma. So I called him and asked him if he can help me. And he said, yeah, come on down. So I did. So we went over there, and we all got out of the car, and anyways, long story short, the reason that my car was leaking Freon, because my dad had tried to fix it a while ago and it all just leaked out, was because the thing that connected to the thing, I don't know anything about cars, I guess it was screwed too tight or something, and the bolt broke, so it was really loose. So the guy had to like chisel out this screw and fill up the car with Freon. He said it was going to take a while. He needed time. I called 3 people from church, 3 separate people. The first time I called, nobody answered, and then everybody started calling back, and my friend was the first one to call back, and I told her the situation. So she graciously came and picked up my family, brought us back to their house. The kids got to play. They even allowed us to eat dinner with their family, and then she took me back up there to check on the car, drove me to 2 places to try and get more Freon. And at this point, we had dropped the car off at about 1. It was 8 o'clock. And the guy was still working on the car, but he got it fixed. And I had told the guy from the beginning, this is the amount of money I have. If it cannot be fixed with this amount of money, I can't do it right now. This guy spent so long working on my car. I mean, past time that this place was supposed to close. He got it fixed. He got us AC. I still have a bad compressor, so if I'm not moving, then it's not cold. But it's cold when I'm moving, and that's what's important. You know, I got the babies in the car. They need to be able to not have a heat stroke. He did not charge me an arm and a leg at all, and he could have because I have no knowledge. But he put his work into it. He helped me. He's a good guy. If I needed something, I would go back. Second thing that happened today. So like I said, I still needed to get this tire fixed, and I'm a person of prayer. I believe that prayer works. I believe you just need to have faith. I went to town today with these kids and drove all around town. And because of the compressor issue, if it's stop, go, it's not cold in the car. So I couldn't find a tire. I went to 3 different locations. And I also went and picked up my dog's ashes. That had already been like 2 hours. So, I drove us back home, and I made a call to this guy. His name's Ricky. He is in Canute. I asked him if he did tires because I've had him put a tire on a rim before. And he said yes. So I asked him how much it was going to cost to get a tire. And sadly, it was more than I could afford. So I asked him if he would patch the tire that was flat yesterday. So I drove to where he is and asked him if he could patch it. He couldn't. It wasn't fixable. So I made some more calls to some more tire places and finally found a tire. Figured out the cost to get the tire, and I was trying to do the math because I got to take my nephew home. I've got to pick up my husband. My uncle and my aunt, bless their hearts, they offered to go and drive to now Nashville because the job changed it again to go and get Kenny. So they're on their way doing that now. It's so sweet of them to go out of their way like that. Like, there's times when you're sitting there and you're just like, wow, there are so many things to be thankful for. So many things. There's so many people who care. And that's kind of where I am right now, just kind of emotional about it because, this has not been an easy time for my family. This has not been an easy time at all. And I have watched people sacrifice their own self, their own resources to help my family. And that is just amazing. Amazing. The hearts that people have. Anyways, Ricky, who owns a mechanic shop in Canute, think it's called Schnoder's. It reminds me of snow. I'd have to Google the name of it and I'll actually put it in the first comment. So if anybody lives near there, if you don't know who this guy is, he has a good heart. Well, I was trying to add up the cost. I gotta buy the used tire. Need to figure out how much it's going to cost for him to mount it on the rim. And then I need to figure out gas to get to the city to take my nephew home, and he lives past the city actually, and get my husband and drive back home. And y'all know gas prices right now. I have an SUV. Gas is not cheap, so I'm trying to figure all this out, and it's not adding up. So I asked the guys, I said, how much is it going to cost to have you mount the tire? And he said, oh, don't worry about it. Just bring the tire back. And that right there was huge. Because that's his work. That's work that he is having to do. And he is willing to say, no, it's okay. That's a huge thing. And most business owners, they're like, you don't have it? Sorry, there's nothing I can do. This guy said, don't worry about it. Well, I'm putting the kids in the car. I'm buckling in the car seat. And he asked me, is it this price plus tax? This man hands me the money to get this tire. I told him no. He said, let me do this for you. So the only reason that I am making a video about this is not to brag. This is not to say, look at all these great things that are happening to me. Look at how this is happening and this is happening and this is happening. I am not making videos to say that. The reason that I am doing this is because this is part of my testimony. Prayer works. God moves in ways that we do not understand, and these are examples of it. I know that I need to share this for some reason because I've been praying for so long for guidance, for help to get our feet underneath us and to keep them there. I have been praying that my husband find the career that he's meant to have. I've been praying to, what am I doing? Am I making the right choices in my life? How do I don't even need to go into all this detail. I'm sure somebody goes, girl, I understand. I've been there. But there has been 4 situations in my life here recently. 3 of them with people I don't know from Adam. I don't know them. They don't know me. Who has blessed my family. And you can't tell me, you cannot tell me that that is not God doing his work for our family. You cannot tell me that. When I say that God has me, I say that with all of my might, everything I believe in. I know that no matter the hard times, God's got my back. And God has got your back. So please don't give up. It's really hard not to get emotional. There are angels on this earth. I don't know who you are. I don't know what your situation is. I don't know what you are praying for, but keep the faith. I started this as a way to build a community, find women who are experiencing similar things to me, maybe get some advice, be able to give some advice that I have. And now I'm sitting here bearing my testimony. If you have a testimony that you want to share that you think that could help someone, even if you think it's silly, please share it. Share it. There is somebody who needs to see that. Somebody who needs a little bit of faith. God bless y'all. And I hope y'all have a great week. Bye-bye.